Okay, so this would be the command center, if you will. This is where I spend the bulk of my life, 14 hours a day. I am on a diet. You'll see a jar of pickles there. I'm allowed 4 pickle spears a day as a snack. So I have a jar of spicy pickles up there. I drive a 2020 Kenworth w900L. It's got a 565 horsepower Cummins with an 18-speed transmission. It is an absolute pleasure to drive, but it's a pain in the butt in tight places. But like with anything else, you just got to take your time. So as you're looking up here, you're going to see I have one cell phone. It's my backup phone. That's got Google Maps up just for demonstration purposes. I always keep it charged in case I need it so I can call and turn it on. But I just wanted you guys to see it. It's not usually turned on. Then looking down, you'll see what I have my own pre-pass. I call pre-pass and I ordered a pre-pass. So it lets me bypass a lot of way stations, saves me a lot of time. To the right, you're going to see that I have an Easy Pass. We use those for tolls, just like you would in your car. There you'll see my iPhone 11, and sometimes if my iPhone 11, I have a trucker map, and I'm mapping a GPS program on there. And if I have doubts about it and I can't find what I'm looking for in my map book, which is always within arm's reach on the dashboard, you'll see it right there, I will check that with Google Maps. You'll see a tablet here. That is my company tablet for the ELD. Our company uses TransFlow. You'll see that it's turned off because I hate it. I use my iPhone for my e-log. The TransFlow app on this particular device is garbage. It locks up, it shuts off, you'll be on personal conveyance, it'll throw you on duty. It's just a big hunk of crap. Now, looking down, you'll see I have a clipboard, and that's where I keep my paperwork. My day-to-day stuff, not my load paperwork, it's just my day-to-day paperwork. Underneath that, you'll see that I have a hard hat, and below that is a case of water within arm's reach. Gotta stay hydrated. Coming back up and around, my primary radio is a Ranger 2970 N4. I have my safety regs and hazmat compliance book overhead, so on inspection or if I need a quick reference, they're within arm's reach. And then because I'm a hazmat driver, I always have in my driver's door an envelope, and in it is my ERG and any paperwork for the loader. And you're required to keep your hazmat paperwork on the seat or the door, but it's just a good habit to always just keep your paperwork in the door, whatever it is, if it'll fit. Now I get sometimes you guys, especially you LTL guys, and I used to drive for a major food service carrier. You have a binder worth of paperwork, and I get that it won't fit. So what you got to do is you've got to take out the hazardous material stuff away from the rest of the bill of ladings and put that in the door. And if that's not possible, then of course you're regulated to keep them on the driver's seat whenever you're not in the truck. So let's talk about my gauges. Top left round gauge, you'll see it's called SFDEF. That's diesel exhaust fluid. That helps mitigate the pollution of diesel trucks and gives you a certified clean and idle engine, which if you're in a state that says you can't idle, you're idling clean. So generally you're exempt. I'm exempt because I have a dog in my truck. So that helps me out. You'll see my oil pressure next to it, adjacent to it on the top right in that little square. See it? It says 25 pounds. You'll see my voltmeter right about 14 volts on water temperature. Moving down, I should say, you'll see 3 switches. The left switch is for my dome light up front. The middle switch is for my overhead lights on the sleeper. Sorry about the thunder, that's what you guys are doing. And then you'll see right of that is my speedometer. You'll see that I'm currently at 61,401 miles. My last trip to get here, which is 11 minutes from my customer for Monday delivery, was only 445 miles. And then we have a multi-function cluster above that allows us to change various things, look at different things. So let's go to truck info. And you can look at your VIN number. You can look at engine information. And you'll see that I drive an ISX3 2017. Sorry. Sorry about the shakiness, guys. I'm trying to turn the dial for it. There you'll see my engine's governor speed limit. Yes, that's 120 miles per hour. Again, I drive in comments. So that covers the multifunction cluster. Okay, that's called the MFC. Now, moving to the right of that, steering wheel up, maybe seat lever. Oh. So, moving left to right here, we have my primary air tank brake pressure. So when I slam on the brakes, if that were to drop, this is where my air for my brakes is. It's a common misconception, and it used to be this way, that back earlier on in trucking, if you lost your air, you lost all your brakes. Well, decades ago, they re-engineered the braking system. So now, when you lose your air pressure, your brakes automatically apply and won't be released until you mechanically override them or air your pressures back up. So right now, my air tanks are running fine. I'm at max PSI on both. You got the primary tank and then your secondary tank down below. It's your trailer. You see my fuel gauge. 3/4 of a tank. Down below that, the harder I press my brake pedal, the heavier that gauge goes up. See that? I've got it pushed right to the floor. Now, how hard you press your brake pedal is recorded by your ELD. Your company can see that. So if you're hammering your brake pedal all the time, they can see that you're abusing your truck. I very rarely, I always try to avoid my brakes. I always try to avoid using my brake pedal. I want them to last. I have disc brakes on this truck. So I have a great Jake brake, engine brake, and I have a great shifter. So my fuel filter was just changed. I just had a service, but as it gets plugged, it'll climb up on the gauge, indicating fuel restriction through the filter. Suspension load. If I go up to 60 psi or higher, I'm generally over gross. I'm overweight on my gross. So I know I've got a problem. Right now I'm level, I'm parked, and I'm just under, as you can see, I'm just under 60. And I believe my truck weighs about 79.8 right now. 79,800 pounds. Moving to the right and top right, bottom right, those are your axle pressures, or your axle temperatures. If you're running a pot, you've got a problem with your axle, your bearings, and you're going to have a fire if you don't get it looked at and pulled over and pulled off. Now, moving over here, it's just a recap of some of the things you've already seen already. So you've got, oh, actually, I take that back. So here we have oil temperature. This is the informational display, which is also my radio and navigation if I wanted to use it. Guys, don't use an onboard truck navigation. They are garbage. They will drive you around the moon and back and still not get you where you want to go. Get your own. My DPF filter status is not in need of a regen. and it'll let me know when it's time to get it changed. They're supposed to anyway. I've not seen one work yet. Transmission temperature in the top center. You know you're having a problem if you're getting up into the yellow. Generally, you're having a problem if you're over the 12 o'clock position. Don't wait till it gets into the yellow and red. You get up to the 12 o'clock position where that white dot is, you're having problems. You need to get a mechanic to look at it. Down below is your fuel economy. Again, I'm idling, but I am very heavy in the Northeast. It's full of mountains, so what do you expect? I'm going to have poor fuel economy on this road. Turbo boost. You step on the gas as you're going down the road, and your turbo will kick in. You'll hear it go, and you'll also see your torque needle move. So that covers the information that I need to pay attention to all day, every day as I'm running down the road. You can install dash cam / fender cams and a rear cam, and this truck is wired up to receive those signals, and you can record them and play them back. You have a few tools available to you. So I could technically read your text messages as they come in on my radio. I've got a calculator. I can surf the internet with Firefox. And I have a calculator and a calendar. Oops. I also can upload pictures into my display using the USB port where that white wire is plugged in. Can you see it right there? If I put a jump drive, flash drive in there, I can install pictures on my dash. So, this covers the front of my truck. Pins, safety permit for one of my customers, 2 pairs of safety glasses up there. Dash cam is always running. In fact, my company knows how serious I am about the dash cam. I will not drive this truck without it running. If I don't have money and it's broke or it died or whatever, it melted, just got stolen, I need to borrow money from my company to go buy one before I will drive a truck. You guys don't understand how crazy car drivers are, and they actually literally aim for us to hit them. So anyway, now we're going to check out the back. So this is facing the sleeper area. This is where I live when I'm not working. And of course when I'm not at home. Lots to explain here, so bear with me. Okay, so moving into the back. We're going to start at the left. Oh baby girl, you want your pig's ear? Here you go, want your treat? Oh, you spoiled baby. Up top, we have a microwave. Privacy curtains that go around the front windows so that I don't have to use, if I don't want to, I don't need to use the sleeper curtains. I can just hang an insulated curtain around the windshield and the 2 side windows and seal it up. And then I have all this space open, and I can tuck these curtains over into the corner behind the seat so it's all opened up. So, again, starting on the passenger side, also known as the left side of the truck, in here we have, well, let me get you some light, hang on. Okay, starting on the left, microwave, privacy curtain for up front, my mail from back home. I just came from home time. I've got to go through it. It's a big, huge brown manila envelope. Onboard light. Again, water for myself and my dog. Pressure cooker lid, knives. A little mini waffle maker for my diet pancakes. Coffee thermos, some cleaning supplies, Zhiyun 4 gimbal. My Osmo 3 gimbal is right there on the top shelf. I have a monopod binocular thing for my phone. And then down below is where I keep my dirty laundry, and I have a shop vac. Okay. This is my eating / workstation. You see I've got the iPad here and the MacBook. So that's here, and it just collapses and folds up nice out of the way. It's cleaned after every use, and it buttons up out of the way just like that. Down here is Cheyenne stuff. It's her treats, her toys, leashes, and her heartworm medicine. And that just closes up. And then you'll see she's got a water bowl. Here is your basic fridge. It's kind of empty. I need to go grocery shopping. Valuable lesson I learned, guys. You might want to take this to heart. I stayed in a hotel in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. I ended up with bed bugs. My truck was getting worked on. It was the Quality Inn on Route 11 on Harrisburg Pike in Carlisle. So they got everywhere, and it was a pain in the butt to clean it. I had sores all over my body. They would literally bite me and wake me up while I was sleeping. So after that, I said, well, I can't have that again because it's really expensive and time consuming to wash and heat dry every single thing you have in your truck. So now my clothes go in a plastic sealable tote, and all of my clothes fit right under my bed. Up here, I have a remote control electric TV mount up there. And this remote control controls that. It lowers it down and raises it back up. I have a Bose speaker. So I have the remote control for that. And then of course I have the TV remote. So what I'll do is I'll either hook my iPhone to the HDMI wire, which you see it's already wired up here. Put the power cord in, put this into your iPhone, and you watch TV through your iPhone. Or I can play Xbox. So I've got my Xbox in this drawer with a roll of tape in case I rip paperwork. I don't know if you can see that. A spare extension cord. Guys, if you're trucking, these are indispensable. You guys really need to find these. You can route them pretty much anywhere out of your way, and they take a beating. And then there's a power strip back there. Down here in this drawer is my diet drawer. So every 3 hours, this is my meal. Or this penne soup thing is my meal. 8 ounces. Miserable about that. I'm always hungry. Now, let's see, what else do we need to cover? Oh, reading stuff. So, I've had a lot of drivers call me at all weird hours of the day and night asking questions about different regulations. Are they allowed to do this, allowed to do that? So, if I'm in bed, I can just reach over and grab that book. I have 2 books on my diet program there. And if they have a question about hazmat reference stuff, I've got that there. I don't even have to climb back up in the front. Well, and my work boots live behind the driver's seat. I'll show that to you. Hang on, I got to turn on the light maybe. Yep, hang on. So my work boots live behind the seat. See that? They get folded, or they get stuffed one on top of the other like so, and they stay out of the way. A little mat you can step on with your shoes. Take your shoes off before you get on your carpet. I've got this little carpet square thing to try to protect my floor, and I use minimizer floor mats. Oh, it's kind of messy there, isn't it? Anyway, guys, that's my truck. Oh, window cleaner. I keep a can right there in reach, and a microfiber towel, because my dog likes to put snot on the windows every time I get out of the truck. So this allows me to do a quick clean and keep going. And then finally, ooh, we forgot. Finally, yes, you gotta have a safety vest in trucking, right? So here's mine. It's 10, 15 years old. And here's the dog's. She's got her on too. So when I go someplace and it says all personnel must wear high-vis vest, well, my dog is personnel, so she has her own little safety vest. And oh, I haven't mounted it yet. This is the Bose speaker I was telling you about. It's not been installed yet in this truck. I was thinking I would mount it up here, but I haven't decided yet. I don't know. But anyway, that's my truck, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or thoughts or ways I could improve, different storage options I could try out, I would love to have everything off of this bed and outside of the truck somewhere, so that I could flip this bed up and sit here like I'm supposed to be able to, instead of leaning over and killing my back trying to work on my computer. Well, hey, stop that. You get out of there. That's dirty. You're a dirty girl. You're a dirty girl. You're a dirty girl. Yes, you are. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.